Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Rated the strength of this champion. The response from Odo is going to be his Jace. He's a player that has a very long history behind him, alongside Wonder, of course. And Jace used to be one of his go-to top lane champions.
Drake secured, although Jankos is in the vicinity. They have a ward on it as well. Don't really want to try and smite fight Arel. He goes in. Peach doesn't get it, but Ignar does somehow. Jankos spent his smite. Peach did not. Ignar took the Drake. GiantX, they'll be happy that they got lucky. Remember, if they win this, they are locked into our top 8, into our playoffs. Hook's going to land from Trimby, puts the Ignite down on Patrick. Lightning crash as well from Flackard. Ignar flashes, battle dances away. Level 6 for Flackard, though, means that he's very willing to flash forward further as Patrick falls low. Ignar can block these, but he decides against it. And now Ignar's hooked under the tower. There's 2 for Flackard. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Wonder was looking for the dive with Jankos. There's the Shadowing Strike, and Wonder will fall. Odo takes the kill.
Okay, so a lot of action happening across the map. A straight-up 2v2 kill for Flackard and Trimby in the bot lane. I mean, that just goes to show the strength of Nautilus as a champion, right? Just does so much in the early laning phase. Jankos, you need to calm down, sir.
Jankos doesn't have flash here. A couple of autos will be enough as Peach takes it. Okay, so...
questionable play.
Yeah, that was poor to do so. He could be warded off by just Trimby. Now with Ignar and Peach together, they have a little bit more security if they want to step into the jungle. Trimby coming across. No lightning crash on Flacker, no flash on him either. The dredge line Riptide combination. There's the quickness though, as Trimby is locked up. Does still have the flash. Depth charge on the back line as Jackies gets knocked up, but Trimby falls first. Flacker dances away across the wall. The chase comes in from Odo Omne as he TP in behind. And there goes the kill. Jackies taking out Flackard. And GiantX proactive in calling for that. Said they didn't like the fact that GiantX were just being cameramen. Well, here, the cameramen want a piece of the action. It's like The Office all over again as the hook does go down onto Peach. There's a chain of corruption as well. Peach stunned up. Ferromancy tries to dash away. Chased down by Wonder. There's a CC from Ignar, but Peach will be forfeit. They steal away the Rift Herald, but they do lose their jungler for it.
The extended fight. Heretics is always going to have that advantage. They do have so much more sustained damage. It's easier for them to play out these 5v5s. But if they can't close that gap and GiantX can leverage their range, then I think that there's a very real way for them to be able to
get a pincer movement here as Jankos and Wonder, like the claws of a crab, will begin to descend. Very powerful force. As Zairu now steps forward, Jankos gets onto the back line. There's the sun, there's the CC, and Jackies is the leader. Magnustorm coming out as well as Jankos falls. But this is where Flacker can really open up. He's only got 300 health left though, as Odo Omne snipes out Trimby. Ignar, Patrick, and Odo Omne now on the dragon with Peach. Wonder tries to do what he can. The Void Rush not enough to escape the clutches of Odo. And even though Heretics found a pretty good engage, GiantX survived it.
I mean, what a great fight from GiantX.
Simple in draft sometimes. A lot of weight on Patrick's shoulders here. The weight is spread a little bit more evenly. Odo Omne getting ahead. Jackie's being in a good position means that Patrick isn't the sole damage source. But that comp is not at 15 minutes in this game.
Well, they were even, from what I recall.
Yeah, I just want to, because they have 100% win rate when they're ahead at 15 minutes. So the game may have already been finished.
At 15, it was 100 gold difference.
Oh, okay. 17 seconds on the Drake. They're now setting up around it. Peach trying to collapse in. Yanka's going to catch him out for the moment, but Peach pretty tanky. Damage already onto Spyro though as Trimby steps forward. There's the dredge line. Wonder going in with the burrow. Flacker going in as well. Ignar dives onto the back line with the quickness, and GiantX are just looking for the disengage. But look at the poke. Trimby's already a 3rd HP. Flacker trying to do everything he can just to get those autos down, but Jackie's kills off Trimby, and now Wonder is running for the hills. GiantX continue to collapse. They got 1 kill. That's all they needed to secure themselves the soul. Will Jankos look for the steal, or will he accept that this dragon is gone?
Another damage, but it's on to Peach again. And all this poke keeps coming over from the other side of the wall. Now it's Spyro who's in danger.
Peach coming across the wall, so is Ignar. The chase continues. Spyro, no flash, burnt it in the previous engagement, and Spyro is down. Peach takes it. The Baron a possibility now for GiantX. They've already played the soul.
Though. Even though the end from the flank, sitting in this fog of war, he will be spotted out there, but he's just created more darkness.
Yeah, but remember, he's spotted by Wonder as well with the tremor sense,
That's
right?
True.
So they always know where Ignar is until Wonder unburrows. They look for Odo Omne first. Wonder comes out. Trimby as well. The Void Rush in by Wonder, trying to get onto that back line, but Ignar's still very, very safe. And now Peach tanks up Wonder for a while. Flacker trying to get away from this. Ignar dives in, and Flackhead is buried in the dirt. Wonder follows him to an early grave. A quick shower for them as they head down the tunnel. GiantX, though, perfection in the...
I don't like that joke. Now, tower gonna drop. Wonder getting chipped away. How tanky are you, Wonder?
Wonder's going to get rooted up with a focus resolve as well. Not tanky enough, it seems, as Patrick goes on a rampage. Trimby tries to dive in, but all the diving he's doing is underneath the surface. Taken out by GiantX. 2 quick kills for them. Cannon minion here. They can tank that tower for a little while at least. The tower should fall. Survivor down to half HP from an accelerated shot blast. No minion waves in top and bot for them, though, means that it will only be the 1 wave push, the 1 lane push at least, for GiantX.
Very well played. I mean, what else is there to say? I am pleasantly...
And GiantX denying Heretics entrance into the jungle. Heretics have no vision on this side of the map, apart from that provided to them by their minions.
Oh,
Trimby.
Trimby.
Can see a little bit of Trimby. Whoa, okay, he goes in. The quickness landing onto Survivor as well. Charm onto Jankos will force him away. There's another. Zoda secures the kill. The teddy bear left without an Annie to hug to sleep at night. Survivor has gone for the long sleep. Annie's story is really dark. Remember when they released that cinematic?
GiantX, they're looking to secure their 3rd win of the week. They're looking to lock in playoffs as they see the Nexus in their eyes.
A Cinderella story for them to come back and secure their own spot in the playoffs. Wonder and Flackhead try to do anything, but the challenge is denied by GiantX. It's impossible. Wonder goes back in, lands the knocker, but he's stunned. Void Rush trying to get out to the back of it. Cease and desist that want to auto omni means that they can begin to open up, but they just don't have any damage. Wonder's a tank. Jankos has a Sundered Sky for all that's helping as he goes down. Sent to join his friends in the sky, it seems, as GiantX, in convincing fashion, will lock their spot in spring playoffs.
Lock in their position in playoffs. A win here would guarantee it. 4 wins is all you need. Rogue fighting for survival. You say that if they win, they guarantee a tiebreaker.
Yep.
But their destiny not really in their control at this point.
The point is, that's how you clear waves on the way, for those that cared.
I mean, people do care, Betty.
Oh, hang on. Mid-gank.
Niski, rooted with the focus resolve. There's the Spectral Maw follow-up stun. Niski flashes away, but the flash chase from Marcoon will be enough. He survives as well. Niski dies, burning his summoner.
Well played by Marcoon. You know, am I a robot?
They're just doing captures in the middle of the game. Anyway, Niski getting the push here in the mid lane has gone back and got himself that tier. We'll stack up the Seraph. Zoelise looking for the hook and lands it on DOS. DOS has a flash, but I don't really think he wants to use it. Doesn't expend it. Comp gets his first kill of the game.
That hitbox.
Told you.
Good. Isma now going to make his way towards this dragon, lock this one up for his team. They have their eyes on top lane. Rogue pinging towards the Cassante.
Good job.
This is a very serious game, Medic.
Isma looking for the steal here. Marcoon backs away. Isma can get the smite, but Marcoon gets it instead. And now Isma is going to be collapsed on Zoelise coming across. Isma flashes. Zoelise lands it. It's a great example, Betty, of lollipopping onto Isma as he's caught across the wall. The bailout comes down onto him and he comes back to life. Dust kills off Zoelise and Isma's able to survive. And I'm a little bit angry at myself for using meme grabbers during this fight because SK get 2. Exa gets the execution. And SK get back into the game.
Very nice response there from SK. Isma looked like
he's done that. So relevant space going to be denied a little bit as Isma steals away the Raptors. Bot side of the map, though.
Oh, Exa, no flash. He will have the bailout here, but will it be enough? Hostile takeover comes in and Marcoon dodges over it. Exa just a little greedy in his positioning and Zoelise punishes him for it. Now the collapse is going to start from SK. Isma behind the wall here as Marcoon on the Draven, good Heartbreaker across. Isma goes in, Crescent Guard, there's the TP in by Larson, and Isma will fall as well. SK just donate themselves into the fight. But the Spiraling Despair is enough to catch one. Zoelise falls to it.
A nice response from Rogue.
Viego 2-0-1. The Dragon will be given up. Didn't really have the time to set up vision around here once again, but especially when you have a comp that can pick out and isolate an individual member, it's so much easier for Viego to get through irrelevant in fights. Obviously, you know, Marcoon, if he's given enough time, can slowly whistle away the Cassante, but with Kanik, Rukern, Finn and Larson aren't going to be doing too much damage to that top lane tank.
May have been caught out here.
Well, let's see how much Marcoon can do. Irrelevant gets up towards the wall, has the all-out path maker, tries to all-out Wonder out, but it's killed by Marcoon just in time. So I've seen now how the Cassante will die, and the answer is, well, Markoon will just kill him.
Well, so the advantage is, yeah, the... Oh, Comp,
They're not
Ignite
tanking.
dropped. Hook, no.
Much yet. Heal is burnt from Exakick, the Ignite as well from DOS.
But the advantage that Rogue have is the mixed damage profile of top and jungle, right?
Yeah.
Kasante hyper-indexing into building... Oh, that's the ultimate from Niski.
Smiling to spare. Larson has to try and get away. Flashes from the wind becomes lightning.
Look at the damage
Niski
onto
falls
Niski.
low.
He's standing in that Mantra queue for a while. That damage will eat away at you.
TP used
Markoon's
the top
looking
side
at
by
mid
Irrelevant.
lane.
Yeah, it could just be a Rift Herald drive-by here. I love Rift Herald drive-bys. It's not going to beat. Markoon has the hard breaker. Flash Spectral more. Doesn't even need.
Makes it look easy. Well played there from Larson. In a 2 versus 1, he is forced to flash away. The mid tower is, sorry, the bot tower is going to drop in favor of SK.
Would you Herald for tier 2?
Yeah, you definitely do. Why not? You know you have the tempo advantage. 3 members bot side. Ride that in. You could probably get a second charge off, I think.
With 6 mites, I think you just kill this tower.
Yeah, you do. Melt through it.
6 grubs. The more grubs you have, the more mites spawn out of the Rift Herald. You could look for an extra. The Drake's just going to go over to SK. It's strange to me that Rogue decided they don't want to fight it when it puts SK on sole point. Maybe they just don't think they're quite strong enough yet.
I mean, the thing that confused me was that Comp actually stayed top, then moved into the river, and then moved back to top.
Again, yeah.
I thought that they had decided at this point that they were going to cross map, so why didn't he just stay? In any case, it does end up being a cross. He's on Karma. He has the TP to join any fight, and he shouldn't be in any danger. He's moving down to the river. He's now going to move his pressure over to mids so that he can catch that wave, keep things pushing. Finn just going to... Isma not actually going to sweep those out. Oh, they're going to start Baron off. Okay,
yeah,
I respect this
the
from
Ruin King,
Rogue.
Titanic Hydra, and the Kraken Slayer. Finn coming across as well. The control ward goes down. Irrelevant now is going to try and check it, but he doesn't have a ward. He's hooked in, and this is all they really wanted out of it. Pull the Kasante in, pull anyone in. Hostile takeover. Not quite going to connect as Markoon still on the Baron. Finn on the front line. Still has the explosive cast. Markoon pops a Heartbreaker there to get out of the Kasante, and now with 3,000 HP, there's the explosive cast. Doesn't hit Isma. Isma can still look for the steal, but can't find a way into the fight. Rogue get the Baron with a minute still on the Drake. They have full time to reset and set up their vision on the bottom stand. And Fnatic still fighting for that top spot with Heretics losing earlier today. I'm sure they'll be looking very hungrily at that 7-2 scoreline. Markoon starting up the Dragon will be able to get it. Irrelevant still just stepping forward here. Comp starting to dash away. Irrelevant continues to chase forward. Pathmaker out, looking for at least a slow here. Pops the all out on Comp. Fate's Call will bring Zoelise back, and Irrelevant just sprinted at them. And
here comes Gragas.
Yeah, I've seen more effective sprints on a school sports day. The continuation of Rogue, like, SK were just all at odds and ends. They were all over the place after Irrelevant tried to chase down Comp, and Rogue very happily accepted the free gift of the kills there.
I mean, poor coordination from SK to force that fight. It looked desperate. Irrelevant just sprinting at the AD carry.
Already.
And Rogue they shut him down and they collapse on the fight. They're going to unlock this base 23.5 minutes in.
I mean, the thing
Rogue
with that fight as well is, like, you're against 6 grubs, you're against the Baron push. Do you need to invest that much, SK? Because now you're going to lose double inhibitors off it. Maybe you could have held back, tried to just clear out, and only lost an inhib or so. Rogue just entirely break
Obviously,
open.
Rogue keeping pressure in mid lane to try and force SK away from that top objective.
Niski, chunked
Nice
away.
poke away there from Larson. Deathcap very close, but I don't think he's going to have time to finish it. Comp with the ulti.
It's more just now clearing out the wave. Rogue will likely join him as this next wave crashes towards that tower. No Fate's Call for them. A little while makes it a tiny bit trickier, but when you're 9,000 gold ahead, things aren't really too difficult. As the hook lands onto Isma, he uses the Crescent Guard, then he's knocked back with the explosive cask, and the displacement from Rogue's Comp is absolutely devastating. Markoon was hit with the hostile takeover, but this takeover not working as intended.
They don't need to base it. They can just keep the pressure up. Look at all these super minions and the poke. They're still very healthy on the side of Rogue.
TP to the minions here to try and make them invulnerable so that they can tank those super minions a little bit longer from Irrelevant. It does that, and another hook! The golden hand of God from Zoelise this game. He has not missed. Him and Maradona have a thing in common, it seems. It is Zoelise's hand that has sent SK packing. They do still have a chance at playoffs, but it is likely they will have to play a tiebreaker game at least. Rogue keeping their destiny in their own hands as they lock up Exakick once again. And Rogue, for the first time this year, have beaten a team not named Karmine Corp or G2.
They did it in clean fashion as well.
R5 top laner, possible?
A little bit, yeah.
Was his hair the secret to his counter picks? Now that he has shaved his head, are they no longer an option? These are the question that comes to my mind immediately. Long-range, non-committal engage of a spell like Solar Flare. But also, as you highlighted, Rob, she goes in really well. She goes out
Not so well.
really not so well, right? And that's tricky. And it's not Aftershock either. Does have a lot of natural resistances. Is a good flick back, but an excellent charm for Frescowi now on the setup. Will he commit for the flash shattering strike? Humanoid looks like he's just going to try to play for the wave, accepting his fate on first blood. Drawn out. Elioya there where he needed to be, but it's Frescowi with the charm that really makes that Supa. Also getting the play. Man, Alliance Squad just getting so many little advantages.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was talking about, is like, I think Razor kind of needs to play either through mid a little bit more, or actually just like all in on the bot side. Maybe not.
And nothing's going to happen here. Waiting for the Q3. Mirwan trying to sidestep. Looks like the play is going to fizzle. Nice bit of damage coming in from Frescowi. Trying to back away. Pull back good under Razork. Ulti now coming in. That's a Magnetic Storm. Joy looking for a bit more damage. Elio's still healing up for a moment longer. Frescowi finding the initial kill. Resets now coming in. Bailout not quite there. Razork able to get the return kill, but the charm back is now coming in. But do they have the damage? Red buff ticking. Nice sidestep from Frescowi. Doesn't have the... Oh my gosh.
No, they don't get the bailout on Elioya. They still come out on top now. Fnatic might want to try and turn it around.
Flash in. Zenith Blade now following up. Hostile takeover is there, but Razor going to turn right back onto Alvaro. Find the initial kill. Frescowi's here, double buff there, but Fnatic got what they came for. The pick
up some of the gold off this turret plate in the bot side as well.
It's interesting. You effectively traded one plate thus far for the grubs. Denied 6 grub buff, which I certainly do like, but if they're in time to contest the Drake, that's going to be the big thing, because they conceded all bot side control.
And Oscar Inning just TP top, so you don't have the match here. So MDK, if they TP in Frescowi, which they are, they can contest.
Fan advantage. But the Dragon already gone. Mirwan needs to run forward. Ram stance can't just be unstoppable, but he doesn't use it in time. The activation. Elioya now trying to keep them all in the midst. 4 members stacked up. Lightning crash there, but Supa's caught in the wall. He can't get over. Frescowi off to the side. The charm now going into it. Connects to the Volbear. Gets the reset. Humanoid trying to lay down a bit more damage, but just Frescowi standing behind him, and Mad Lion's Koi taking 2 out in the process. The follow-up dive. One more dash available for Frescowi. The wave about to collapse. Noah and Jun doing everything they can to defend the tower. Frescowi goes a little bit too soon, though. He doesn't need to make that play. Noah now trying to back away. Ultra Shock Laser goes in. Noah getting chipped down, crashed down, not quite there. Cleanse ulti out to safety, but MDK still play it damn clean. Oscar trying to free fire back on the top side of the map, but it is not going to go in his favor. MDK with a massive play.
Beautiful punish from Mad Lion's Koi. The second they see Oscar Inning having TP back to the top side, they're like, we can get numbers advantage. We can collapse on this. And Elioya, that engage was picture perfect to set up for your team.
Definitely was. Oscar finally going to knock down the last plate here, but it is not going to make the difference in the overall gold lead. 425 to him. Still a 2K gold lead for MDK overall.
Yeah.
Found it.
Sorry, I'll go.
Good enough.
Problem.
No, you can't type. Don't try. It won't let you. It wants you to draw circles exclusively. Jun, that is not where you will find safety or peace. He did not learn his lesson on the bottom tower. MDK are more than happy to oblige him and teach him a second time here, as Mirwan is also getting the top tower. How did this go so wrong? The pressure of the PvE. But Jun on the way up. If he cancels this recall, it's pretty big. Ward? Oh, feels bad. Shield the Daybreak, not going to connect there. Supa walking forward. Finally takes mid lane tower. Their first tower. They can't chip away at it. And you can see already Alvaro waiting in the Fnatic red side jungle.
And this is where Mad Lion's Koi, they get to establish a ton of vision, minute and a half until bargain. So Fnatic trying to contest at the moment, but you can see you're not allowed in this jungle right now because of how much MDK control. And with the amount of money or investment on the bottom side.
Needs to run. Mirwan debating. The flick back still good. No! A moment of overconfidence. Sees a bear again, and Humanoid gets the kill. Mirwan had that. By all rights, that should have been his kill. Humanoid plays it so clean.
I think the mistake here was Razork going for red buff. I think he should have reset and actually tried to get out onto the map again, so then you can try and Koi. They're faking the dragon. They're going to go for Humanoid. He's no flash.
Humanoid caught on the side. A bit of vengeance after the last play. Mirwan should have enough damage to finish this off, and if he does it, Supa more than certainly will. Alvaro going to take the kill. Now MDK, control over the bottom side, can move straight to Dragon if they want to, but first they want to push that vision line forward. Great call out, great collapse, overloading the side of the map.
Yeah, and it was just playing off of the assumptions Fnatic had made. You assume the Dragon is going to be where Mad Lions Koi go for next, but they're kind of like, here, look, let's be real. An Ocean Soul isn't really our win condition here, but for Skelly getting caught.
Razork Thundering Smash goes in, Noah leaps out. Frescowie, my god, the flash into the ult. Spirit Rush takes him to safety. Noah dangerously close to killing him. One more item, one more dagger, one more longsword, probably would have done it. But now, the Herald charging, spinning, 360ing. It's a little bit confusing now as the Leona finally going to get into the midst of the fight. Hostile takeover is there. Mirwin now needs to find his way to the backside. Noah going to go down. MDK still trying to take over. Supa still standing. Crucially, that is one mega fed Zeri, but they can't finish off on screen time. Yes, they can! Supa still alive! It's not even a bailout, he's just immortal. It's a quadra for the Zeri. Mirwin still stepping forward. Humanoid's got no business being here. Mad Lions Koi like lions upon prey. It's a penta for Supa. What a fight.
A penta per split is needed for Supa, and he claimed. And this is where Supa is in a great position. He's continuing to push on forward, but the big thing you have to keep an eye on is watch the bailout. Oscar is trying to time it for the second that it goes down, but he actually messes up ever so slightly, so that then Supa is able to flash forward, get the reset onto the Leona, and from that point forward, you just can't touch him. He's getting so many dashes in the back line, and MDK are just able to set up perfectly.
Frescowie, good damage, but he's got another dash. Spear rush forward onto Noah. They're just slaughtering Fnatic. Fnatic stepping too far forward. Humanoid throws two backwards, keeps
movements, and then find that success in the mid game. Not overextend on side lanes, not get caught out mispositioning. But every single time Fnatic have stepped up to the plate, MDK have shot them down.
Creative AP optimization builds. They need sustained damage. It does make sense. You have to kill the Udyr. But MDK for now are just running the Rift.
Fnatic are just trying to play off side lanes. They're saying, hey,
committing to the objective. Fnatic, I think, recognize that this is happening and instead just go for tier 2. Recall's coming out. Mirwin can try to contest, and the rest of the side of MDK now retreating, but they're going to knock a tier 2 down of their own.
Exactly, and this is why I like the call from MDK. It's like, hey, we can go for both. Wave was already there in topside, so you get to threaten the tier 2, and you still got the TP on Mirwin to try and come in if anything does go a little bit awry. So tier 3, hang on.
Full committing for the play. Humanoid's already used all of his CC. Jun tries to throw down the solar flare, and Humanoid's just going to drop. Supa now legendary. The tower will fall. The wave set up in mid lane as well. It's a masterclass.
Mirwin's chasing the members of Fnatic.
They're not going to get a chance to recall either. Where was this mid game? The entire split. MDK with a lead. Unrelenting pressure in the mid lane, pressure on the top side of the map. They knock down half of that health bar in the inhibitor tower. They take their first inhibitor. Within a minute of knocking down the big purple worm, they're already into Fnatic's base.
This is incredible. I mean, Mirwin chasing both Razork and Oscar in and back, so they can't reset. Numbers advantage for MDK. 2 inhibitors down. Mad Lions like the flash in to get the CC, flashing over walls, flashing over the reverse crowd control that can come in, but Fnatic trying to poke out Mirwin. They've already got control on bot side. This is going to be so difficult to try and keep off of your turn here. You still got 45 seconds left on this barn buff.
Guy splitter. Supa does get locked up though, but immediately cleanses out to safety. The hostile takeover buying all the space the Zeri needs. Lightning cutting through the back line of Fnatic. Humanoid now backing away. Noah's got nowhere else to go. A killer instinct. More like an instinct of desperation. Kills now coming through. Frescowie, godlike. I expected a close match. I was ready for Fnatic to slaughter. I was not ready for this level of dominance for Mad Lions Koi. What a clean way to end the regular season. Supa now going in for just a little bit extra. The charm gonna connect. They don't have the damage to kill off Oscar, but they'll take their time on this one. They know they've done well. They've earned their moment of glory.
And they've earned their spot in playoffs. Mad Lions Koi will take it to 4 and 5.
Impressive stuff from start to finish. They'll finally hit the Nexus. You can see the smile. Knock her up on the Zenith Blade in, but instead the Rakan, the lovers duo. And historically this has always been considered a pretty big skill matchup. Yeah. Rakan can outplay, but Leona certainly has an easier time getting value in the lane. Safe to say, or Recall. It looks like Recall is going to be the option
members
instead.
of G2 kind of around the map at the moment.
Uh-oh. G2 early game, question mark. Root now landing, Hansama locked up, but Yike there just in time, and now it's Hylissang who's been caught out! He tries to dash, he tries to flash up to safety, but the timing just not quite there as Yike.
Douglas, though, knowing, hey, look, you're going to have to reset again, Yike, to come up topside. I've got some time to do these void grubs, but Yike may even forego more of his camps, may just look immediately topside.
I was saying level 3 roam. Setup here is a bit risky because Douglas isn't too far off. They really need to be able to burst Photon down. He already queued forward, though. That might just be the death sentence to flash out to safety. Still the Spectral Maw connection from Yike, but he's only level 4. Jace just trying to dance on him with the Hyper. Douglas now coming in. Yike has to be very careful. Photon, if he swans back to Hammer Stance, that's going to be one dead Viego. There's the first. Broken Blade's got nowhere to go. No passive. Over-aggressive from G2, and Photon's more than happy to oblige them with a quick death.
Well, there's going to be more.
Pull back the fall. It's just a solo. That is a generous assist, League of Legends.
And Karzi got out. He got the cleanse, he flashed, he managed to escape away from Mickey. I thought he was as good as dead, so really well played there. Blue Spike choose out in full force. This Vitality have to get the 2v2. And then in the mid lane, as you say, the... oh, that's a frustrating Yike.
But I think this was a questionable call because they got the flash, they hit the stun, but they had burned all their cooldowns, and in the extended trade, Broken Blade's out of spells. I don't even know if you get out of that with more than 1-for-1. Hansama now forced to flash cleanse. Mickey trying to back away, but we talked about this with Leona. Footwork is okay, but he's still just eating autos for free. Yike now on the way in. Another Spectral Maw to try to find the stun, but Hylissang there to body block as Douglas steps out with the crash down. Mickey retreating, trying to get back under his tower, but the flash to follow-up is there from Hylissang. Might want to keep the play going onto Yike. Yike retreating. Going back to the tier 2, Hansama left on his lonesome under the tier 1, but the wave...
Positions where he's responded well versus where I think it's more Douglas being proactive to find a lot of these plays.
Yeah. And definitely has just been shadowing laners who have been outplaying, right? Vici essentially got a solo kill mid lane. Photon had anyone, so they've just limited so much of the jungle mid duo. We talked about G2 kind of going back to what is comfortable for them. Trying to set up for more of these early games. Excellent sidestep from VTO. Hex flash forward. Unstoppable is Yike, though. Fantastic use of the Heartbreaker, but he's the one leaving heartbroken. His Caps is now in trouble. There's the Fed Jace. Photon, he could do it on Rumble. He could do it on Jace. Guy, feels good to have a Korean top laner in the LEC, Rob.
That is true.
Man advantage in that circumstance.
I think it's more panic, to be honest, from G2, where it's trying to salvage the plays as you overextend. And here we go, Mickey goes in, but Karzi, he's fine.
Karzi's having a fine time. Hansama boots 2, is still going to get knocked up. Douglas can now follow. More CC, and there's nowhere for the Kalista to go. Vitality are obliterating G2 Esports. Fnatic are sitting, living pretty, knowing they're essentially guaranteed at this point. Top 2, the Ignite ticking, and again, the Leona goes in well, but she does not go out. Karzi on a killing spree.
And the Fnatic fans in the corner are getting louder and louder as a result. They are very happy
with the worst individual week we've seen from G2 all year. I mean, their game against Rogue, you know, Marcoon everywhere, really shutting down that Smolder, not giving it the chance to scale, even if that game did get certainly messy at a couple points. But now the commitment onto VTO. G2 trying to push it back. The pullback on the Caps under tower is clutch. VTO still ticking the flash, the full commit from Yike. They desperately need this kill. And Viego will secure it. G2 biting back.
Just about able to get
the need the 6th, but as well as getting the Fate's Call, you feel like that just sets you up for the next fight. You talked about it. And this Dragon, his cooldowns are still going to be gone, but now Hylissang hopefully will have the quickness and time if Vitality have the setup. Caps first on the wave in bot lane, and Hylissang has to be careful about stepping too far forward. Damage now onto Photon. Big wave there. Mickey X and Broken Blade should have enough damage to finish off the Jace, but Photon still going in. The Eclipse not enough. The Ignite ticking. The Jace will fall. Broken Blade getting a bit of vengeance on the top side with support from Mickey X.
And this is just the timings that are being punished here by G2. Vitality tried to do too much. G2 get back out of the map. Shockwave once more.
Caps finally forced to dash out to save Yike off to the side, but with Douglas and Hylissang here to cover, with Karzi having cleanse and ulti available, there is no getting onto this Xayah.
And they can lean into bot side as well. Caps is too low, has no TP, more control again on the map.
Vitality has to be feeling good. They've gotten every objective in the game. First tower belongs to them. 5 grubs, 2 dragons. Yes, a 2K gold lead. Not insurmountable, certainly. The good news for G2 is they finally have an avenue. It could just be VTO on the wave. It could be 3 people. He's not sure. So has to give the benefit of the doubt to the side of Vitality.
It also becomes very difficult to use this Rip Herald now as G2, because how do you try and force that wave?
Caps. There's been over-calculation there from Hylissang as well as Yike lays down the Herald path, but Vitality remain unconcerned. Faith in their ability not to give the 50-50. Charm connecting a bit of poke onto Vitality, but the Dragon is theirs. You can see Hylissang wants to make a play. This man is not happy with a single objective, and I think it's going to cost him his life. Beautiful Zenith Blade comes in, and actually it's going to cost Douglas's as G2 fish for the angle and find the kill. You already got the dragon, you greedy goose. Why are you going back for more? And it's BTO who's going to pay the price. Hylissang's hubris leveraged beautifully by G2.
And it would have been so easy for Vitality to back away, go mid, collect the wave.
Man, what, Rob? He can't help himself. I love Hylissang so much, but he can't help it. They know! He loves fighting. It's in his bones. It's like Conor McGregor in trash talk. He just has to do it. Now Hylissang goes. He finds the two-man. The immediate follow-up isn't there. Caps untouched on the backside, but Vitality already got the pick. Good play. Now the tier 1 has fallen on the top side. Vitality again. They've got the vision control over the Baron, but they want more picks. Yike in trouble now. CC there, pull back there. Yike trying to get a safety heartbreaker, not enough. And Hylissang, the two-man knockup. He wants more. And he just keeps going. This time it works out for them at tier 2 tower. In the sights of Vitality, turning back to the Baron now. A bit of a moment of hesitation there. Are they confident enough to just force this? It's 30 seconds on Yike. They absolutely should be.
Mickey's coming into the base, but
that was a happy.
He's been hurt before, okay?
He's yeah, a lot of throws this particular season. But now Broken Blade going for the engage. VTO fishing for the side step. Flash out from Carzzy, giving that respect. Pull back onto Broken Blade. Passive going down. Broken Blade should just die here. The question is Vitality, do they want to keep this fight going or be happy with the single pick? G2 looking for the angle, trying to take one Baron buff away, maybe two, and just delay the push here. But now that BB's down, it's going to make it that much harder to defend.
Watch Caps. Caps is off in the flank. They haven't spotted him just yet. And they're trying to send Photon down to bot side. He'll still be good 4v4. And Hilly is even trying to find the flank his own.
Carzzy has ultimate. He's stepping back into the rest of his team. Hansama off to the side, but Hylissang wants to keep it. Hansama still untouched. Caps untouched, but the TP now coming in. Hylissang strong. Yike trying to back away. Pullback is there. Photon doing good damage to Jace. Just tearing through G2. But now the turn. They're trying to bring it back. Caps one more dash to finish off Photon. He gets one back. Double kill for the Jace. Douglas wants to finish off the Ahri, but he knows he doesn't have enough in the tank. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, the push already coming through. Carzzy still alive. It's a chaotic fight, but it is still the push in favor of Vitality.
Douglas is keeping Caps engaged, and it means that at least Carzzy and Hilly can get the wave to get the tower. Video shifts to bot side to collect that as well. So even though the fight looked a little bit funky, it's still only Photon going down for Hans and Mickey, and you're getting to stand behind his front line and go for this. And with Photon TPing in, the numbers advantage starts to come through where they can actually set up properly for it. The kill on top side, they push it on bot. We're back to Dragon though, and people are caught.
Break back. Crab has been now picked up. VTO is the charm follow-up there. They don't quite have the angle. Let's bounce coming from Broken Blade, but he's so damn squishy. Yike up to the side, cannot do anything. Feathers have flown. Carzzy could be vulnerable, but they're just too far ahead in the fight. Vitality again, playing it so cleanly. VTO stops the pick from coming through. The setup onto the Drake is theirs. Hylissang moments away from the ultimate, now coming back. Yike burning, ticking, wants desperately to get the reset, but he can't do it. Caps now, 3 stacks left on the dash, but he's only going to be able to run back to base. The Q flash, the shattering strike from Douglas. Shattering hopes of G2 to be in the top 2, pushing them down. Fnatic fans elated. Fnatic will be in sole possession of first place after this win from Vitality. One last desperate stand. G2, can they bring it back? The answer is hell no. VTO eyes on the Nexus. He's not interested in playing for kills. He turns his attention away, but his confidence in the final moments from Vitality. They lock in top 2. They lock Fnatic in alongside them, pushing
up towards getting that control for the Jason, that top side, especially against the Olaf. Like, you can play for sides with your solo laners and just let Upset free farm in mid. He'll eventually get control because he just one-shots the wave and you get to stack. That's perfect for you. That's not a big win though for Targamas, who I might have to hold off because
Sheo with the setup to follow is there. The knockback from taking the flash out to safety. The blooming gloves against it. First blood for BDS. Well played by Nuke and Sheo.
Just about able to clip him on the backside with that auto attack.
BDS the angle to snowball much faster than initially expected. Bo at least ahead in jungle CS for now. Not going to turn into a gold lead though because of the assist that Sheo was able to get, but maybe he can contest this red buff. Pressure is there for Cabo on the top side. Sheo has to be careful even being here. Good damage coming in. Relentless force there as well as the denting blows, but now Nuke first on the roam. Bo has to be careful, flash out. Now going through, Vault Breaker there, he does not want to hit on the Nuke. Sheo now Flash got safety, but it's Nuke who's in trouble. The flick back is clean. Sonic Wave is there, but Sheo does not want to take it. KC finding a kill on the top side.
They needed to burst that bow immediately, but they weren't mid lane when you hit that level 6. But I think the flash might just be up before you can really get that opportunity to play towards that as well. So I imagine instead we might actually try and see him. Well, honestly, I was gonna say bot, but you don't really have a huge amount of pressure on bot side, and even if you try and go top.
For I'm surprised BDS didn't try to turn onto the Vi, but aren't confident they have enough damage.
They didn't know where Targamas was. They just knew he'd reset, and Bo really wanted to try and get that chunk so he could play for Raptors. Most of them already gone to Sheo, but okay.
If either of those skills are connected, that might have been a very different story, but luckily Sheo gets hit by neither. Bo is still going in. Smite is there. Nuke is 6, but Bo manages to get away. Nuke hitting absolutely nobody, but Bo still getting cut down here. Seiken doesn't have the follow-up damage. It's over-aggressive from the side of KC. None of the abilities from either side are landing. That's just making it easy for Sheo to play this one out. Nuke still just on the chase. Seiken going up topside, but Cabo hasn't even moved yet.
Yeah, Cabo just wants to try and go for the chip damage on the tower. It's just like that
hit
episode.
More, you know?
It's like those episode of Dragon Ball Z, you know, where you're like, you spend 2 hours just getting ready and charging up,
someone
and then
knocks it aside and
exactly,
hits the wall. Yeah.
Oh, Targamas.
Man, it must be tough. Must be frustrating to Spirit Bomb and then whiff. Targamas, not even gonna get the chance to Spirit Bomb. Picked off by the side of BDS. Stepped pretty far in. BDS just caught him.
I have no idea what he was doing.
Well, I think he just assumed that there was a recall there, or wasn't entirely sure where people were positioned on the map. Bo gonna be forced to ult to try to mitigate the upfront. CC Unraveled Earth. Kickback is good. Follow-up is there. But Sheo put himself in no man's land. It will not matter, however. BDS still so far ahead in the play. KC's season starting to fall apart in front of them. 1K gold lead for BDS, 3 kills ahead.
I have no idea what he was doing. Nothing here really seems to make sense for what KC are trying to achieve. You end up, Targamas completely overextending into River, and then when he dies, Bo goes, do you know what? That looked like a great idea. Now Targamas goes, let me show you how it's really done, mate. And then goes in again for a third time.
And goes in,
and he's going to die.
You don't succeed, try again. Back to the grave.
4th time's the charm.
They were also united in missing skills, and that's, I mean, that's rough. You have to imagine that, like, at this point, if KC win, you can start to get a little bit of hope. There's momentum on your side. Yes, you have to win 2 more games, but that little sliver of hope starts to grow into something bigger. But when you fumble like this and you make mistakes, when top lane, which has been doing well, is about to get completely deleted, hope starts to fade away. Adam grabbing a kill, leveraging the power of that Ragnarok. Sheo already on the 2nd spawn of Grubs that cannot farm comfortably.
This is just gone from bad to worse for KC. Here comes Mom. But Seiken?
On the way down, trying to knock up Ice. Knockback flashed away from Ice, still alive for a brief moment. Threaded volley, shut down there for Seiken. The start of something for KC.
Seiken just needed to get in the face of Ice and say, no, I'm having none of this. Needs to get that damage off, manages to land it perfectly. And now Nuke, he's a minion, but I don't know what else he can do.
All right. Here we are, set up on the Drake. Clean comes in. Kickback is there. Bo will give his life, but the dragon is gone. Something at least small for the side of KC. The shutdown was good. It's an angle that they have. BDS slowly pushing their vision line forward. Luckily for KC, they haven't been able to break down a lot of these, or any of these really, tier 1s. Cabo's still holding for now. But you can see the setup. They're ready to collapse, and there's not a lot of counterplay when there's this much CC and an Olaf packing a Ragnarok. Oh, Cabo Shard walks in. Devastating. Shattering Strike connects as well. Sheo, ward hop forward, kickback. Are they going to give the kill to Adam? Taking their time. Nope. Sheo on a killing spree. Knows he's fed, knows he's powerful. Happy to take that one as Adam gets the consolation prize of a couple extra plates.
First, what's the name of that first time? I'm saying Guard Breaker because I'm playing too much TFT.
Stride Breaker?
Stride Breaker, thank you.
There you
It's completed for Adam. So if he gets onto any of these side laners, if you have to chase them down with the slow and that ghost as well. So he becomes... So BDS trying to match KC on the top side. KC assuming BDS are going to try and play for a dragon, but should spot at Sheo here and know that the jig is up.
Targamas backing off, Ghost popped, Ulti can get popped as well as soon as the CC comes in. Targamas very likely dead. The wall certainly would be good against Olaf if he was on the right side of it. The knockback is there, the ulti fades away. Bo's got nothing left in the tank, but Sheo offering an opportunity for him to get out to safety. Vault Breaker might just be enough, but the Stride Breaker there from Adam. And nothing's gonna break his stride as BDS just again take the topside skirmish.
Nice job by BDS to read this. It was second dragon for BDS.
To be an Olaf in the brush, your man advantage suddenly means very little, especially when Olaf is this fed.
But that's the thing, right? I think when we came into this game, we were like, cool, how is Bo going to look in the Vi? What's he going to be able to do? Because realistically, it had to be play 4 lanes, but it was more lanes playing for Bo. And without him able to capitalize on Nuke having no summoner spells available. Should be able to back away, yeah. And also then not being
worried about it. He wants the wave instead. Potential play on the top side here. Targamas shadowing Cabo. Bo there as well. Trying to push this wave in. Tangle bar.
Does he have numbers?
Deleted. Ball breaker forward. Now going to go on to the nuke, but he's on the wrong side of the wall. Flick back is good, though. Finally, the CC layered. It looks like a good start to things, but Ice ulting, and now he's just going to try to clean up the fight. Unbreakable, protecting Saken. Upset, standing behind. Mom up and available. When is it going to get called in? Ice skating forward. Do they want to step up, or are they happy with what they have so far? Sonic Wave connects. Resonating strike. Will it be there? Unbreakable to block Ice from falling up any further. LeBron may have overstepped here. They're shredding him down. KC found the angle. Adam's finally here. But the play's already fizzled. The TP out from Cabo. He knows he's dead. If he doesn't just make it to safety, he doesn't have enough time.
They tried to get out just before the frat bro showed up, but unfortunately for Cabo Shard, he got caught right as he was like 3 p.m. So you just never outrun him.
You don't understand, man. He's always grinding. Passive income.
He's been awake since 3 a.m.
Yeah, that's the secret. Oh, that's a surprise, Olaf. That's not the bush you wanted to go into, but we'll die. Ice on a rampage. I would...
Sigma male.
He's on his grind set. He's unstoppable. They let him into his zone, Rob. That's the one rule. Don't let him into his zone.
And now they're in the Baron zone. And BDS going to be very, very happy about this. Still, a lot of members of KC trying to collapse here. Sheo is not here. Just to be very clear, no jungler in the vicinity, and we're still going hard on this.
Sheo coming from behind. KC see a window of opportunity. 5 seconds on Bo. He won't be able to get there, but maybe they can find an angle into the pit. Sheo finally gonna make it over the wall. There's no way. Baron will drop, and now KC are in a bit of a difficult position. That acceleration gate not gonna quite hit Targamas. Flick back is good on the Lurbrov. Some nice poke damage. KC don't have enough damage to finish the kill, sadly. 197 on upset.
Upset, the timer may have just ticked on that little bit too long. KC need to find ways to get picks, slow down the pace of this game. And at least they're trying to set up to get like bot terror here, where maybe you can then unlock Saken to a slight bit inside lanes. But with Adam as big as he is, it becomes very easy for him again to just chase down people. And that's why like him just showing up here is causing issues already.
All right, TP onto the bottom side. Another pick onto Bo. If at first you don't succeed, try again. But this tri-bush has been the death of KC. Targamas dying there twice, Bo now once. Camaraderie there, at least in death. It's BDS.
So numbers advantage once again here for BDS on this bottom side of the map. Sheo going to shove in mid, as BDS going to link up with him now in the mid lane. And Targamas, you need to be very careful here.
Shattering Strike doesn't connect. Saken doing his best to clear the waves. An uproar from the KC fans. Faith unwavering even in the face of defeat, even in the
And he can't even bring mom to college. And that's the problem. Adam, he's just so strong. And he's just going to continue to push out mid, and now BDS are starting to go into top side again. I just don't think you have the presence on the map right now. Cabo and Saken linked up on that bottom side to get the tower, but that just overexposes you on this bottom side of the map.
TP, KC moving in for the play. Ice clearing out mid-wave. KC with first setup. They've got their flanks covered as well, but Adam with Flash and Ghost up.
Nuke wasn't spot on the ward. It's actually been blocked out by a control ward. So Nuke trying to see if he can move into position here.
Adam over the wall. They recognize the Wolf now. Upset retreating. The Drake taken. No, an objective bounty. Cabo manages to take the Drake. And now there's an Olaf trying to tear his way through the backside. The execute isn't enough. Upset cannot get into the fight. He needs to flap onto somebody. He needs to do anything, but he's been isolated. He's been pushed back. The Miracle Steal is not enough. The kickback from Sheo is clean. It's a triple from Cabo. They look to finish the job right here. It started all right, but BDS not gonna go home empty-handed.
But KC will find themselves going home exactly that. Nothing to pick up, as BDS will trump them in their place and deny them that spot in playoffs.
Domination just about from start to finish. One or two tiny glimmers in the early game, but it's just gone from bad to worse. For the second split in the row, KC will finish 2-7. SK and Rogue will play our only tiebreaker, and BDS will end their season 5-4.
A very clean game from BDS. Again, it's kind of going back to what has been their bread and butter.
Docs look pretty good, look pretty happy coming onto stage, so a bit of optimism for me in just terms of how this is going to go. Certainly the tools to dominate early game, at least on the bottom side of the map for SK Gaming. The jungle in the mid lane slightly. Here comes Isma.
Well, this could be where it's either works out well or the game ends right now for SK. This is risky.
This is the dive that could define their season. Where is it going to go? DOS burning, taking the Ignite already there. He's getting out to safety. The Ignite still burning. DOS might just drop. The hook now going in. SK have fumbled the bag. Comp getting first blood. The worst possible outcome.
It's so
comfortable. And it is a dragon, but it's traded for grubs.
You're fine with that as Rogue, though. I mean, realistically, you're not trying to play for any sort of early aggressiveness around this. They're just not really setting up well enough to try and go for that right now.
DOS at least protecting Niski. Feels like they've just kind of abandoned bot side. DOS not going to be able to input buffer the hook shot. Rogue are the ones who set the trap. Rogue are the ones who try to catch them in rotation. SK pretty confident with the amount of vision in the area. Larson pushed back. It looks like Rogue are willing to concede this one. 2 Drakes to SK, perhaps an avenue to come back here. Maokai all big. Marcoon will get rooted. Comp will sidestep as his jungler does bot. Bomb ready and waiting. Back up her son.
Huge amount of vision on the bot side, spot out if Finn does start to TP. Tower will fall just to the minion wave. But this
Herald's gonna fall as well. Ulti goes in. Nice sidestep, TP coming in. SK looking to bet it all here, hoping this is their opportunity to turn it back around, but XK's got no ult, and Marcoon's looking to punish. He does have a flash out. Irrelevant now stepping in. Rogue has to be careful about moving into this choke. Wall up there. Irrelevant, flash up. Looking for the angle on Gnar. They will at least get the pick back, but they concede the Herald.
A kill is nothing, though. You needed so much more from SK, and Rogue just don't.
A terrible position to be in.
Top lane going to be the focus for Rogue. Herald invested as well. You can see Comp starting to lean up towards that top side. Is Finn going to move over to mid to cover there as well. So we'll have a slight numbers advantage here on top side for Rogue, and that's why Isma has to flash away from that hook. Knew that would have been a death sentence.
Is Isma just going to try to 50-50, hoping for the third Drake. They're spending a lot of time, but at least they're ensuring that they can stop Rogue recalls. They got the TP out from Comp. Ulti in now. The Smolder cannot come from the fight. The knockback is there. The Crescent Guard. Irrelevant needs to knock 2 on the wall. They might have found the angle. Their Dragon's already down, but Rogue now starting to fall. 2 members picked up. SK patient on the play. The TP from Niski paying off.
As soon as Rogue commit Comp to the top side, Niski just TPs down. They're able to find the numbers advantage. Really well played by SK. They were happy to setting up vision, gets the Scuttle Crab, getting some of the pink ward in the top side of the river.
Relevant, just continuing to hit the tower here. Focused on the objective, about to go Mega. Niski waiting in the darkness. Finn goes for the pullback. Finn goes for the all-out. Irrelevant holding, waiting for the TP to complete. Niski needs to back up, though. He's about to get rooted down. He goes to the tower, just desperately wants to finish it. Goes for the full committal here as Finn just backs away from the Gnar. Irrelevant goes over the wall. He gets 1, but now DOS is on the way in, and Larson needs to run. That's Hextech ultimatum. Larson caught up, but Rogue are here for the turn. Again, SK have just overcommitted, and Rogue are there to punish. Double kill for the Smolder.
That's exactly what I was talking about. If you don't get control... I think it's going to be more getting vision and trying to get this mid lane tower for the moment. Yes, Comp can do a lot of damage, but they do need to wait up. So Elise spots Isma. This may be an overextension, though.
Niski here, too. So Elise, Celestial opposition, and Aftershock fading away. That should just be a dead Nautilus. Overconfidence, and now Irrelevant here. This could be big. The punish massive as Irrelevant has already moved down. Larson not going to be able to get away from this one. There's just too much CC. All of Rogue running, and this is their chance. Because while Rogue are slow on the Baron, SK will tear through it with the power of that Kaisa. You'd always love to be pushing towers, but know that this is their one guaranteed window of strength. Again, pushing into towers against a Smolder is difficult because you're just giving him free stacks if you do not take the objective.
For SK in the grand scheme of things.
But you buy more time to get to third items. Pen is starting to come through. Components there, and the Blightning Jewel, as well as the Last Whisper on the side of SK. Irrelevant still bowling in on the top side, has the Black Cleaver as well. Has just been running top lane. 2.6k individual gold lead, no doubt the hero of this game. The good moments from SK to bring themselves back, but Irrelevant. So
they want to be able to start to poke. They want to be able to look to siege up. They want to be able to group underneath these towers and look for Isma to zone them off like this. Not a huge amount of poke done, but so at least
Comp has to be careful about stepping this far in. Instantly, the Nard is going to knock him into the wall. The wall up, ready and available. It's just 100-0. Might as well be a burst mage. The shield does not matter. They're going to get one back. Irrelevant now going to be in trouble, but they can't burn him down. SK, they smell blood in the water. They need to go. The Mantra Qs from Larson are massive to the Soul Flare. The first one to get connect. Wants to get another. He's hitting so many targets. He just keeps firing them out, but the wave is here. SK, objective in their sights is the Baron phase. They will take the tier 2.
Finn went over the wall and Irrelevant didn't, so Finn essentially just stuck on the opposite.
Get double shutdowns.
but look how dark the map is. I mean, shout out to our observers there. You can see they don't know. Irrelevant will pop up every so often, but is Irrelevant coming behind? Because Isma's already in a position, and Irrelevant is going directly towards Comp.
Hook now coming in, or Alti now coming in. Zoli's trying to make it out safety. Irrelevant off to the side. Larson TPing into the midst of the fight, but there's not a lot to grab. The kill already down. Irrelevant finding one. Dos wants to keep it going. Execute immediately onto the backside, and they're tearing through Rogue. Larson holding on. Finn holding on. Can they make it happen? Pulled back onto the tower. Larson taken out. It is Finn versus the world. Irrelevant says, not today! An entire season of despair, of throws. It almost fell apart for SK, but in the moment where it mattered most, they go for the throat. They find the end, and SK Gaming are going to playoffs.
There's woes, there's throws, but at the end of the day, there's still POs for SK. An incredible comeback for SK.